We can wait until he comes later if you want.
So did you research on that? Just a question.
I didn't, because like this isn't a broad topic. It is just a simple matter, I think.
It's such a simple matter.
Yeah. Which was the verse and chapter?
There were multiple. Let's say 7,178. Last time I showed you multiple of them.
Yeah, I remember.
Let's just use 7,178. Because the guy that you are going to add in, I had seen him a couple of times in the past. He's not a good guy to talk to. Let me tell you beforehand. And I know for a fact the conversation will go south. That's how it is. You allow me to talk, I allow you to talk, and we had a nice conversation. That guy, I know him and I know his followers who actually want to kill me. And he has a recording that he sent me later on. So that guy and the guy with Jihadi,
Yeah, jihadist, the guy.
yes, they are all one team. You are one of the guys that I had a very nice, peaceful, calm discussion. These guys that you're adding now, and I say on record, they are not the nice guys, and things and discussion goes south with them. So it's up to you if you want to bring them, but make sure if discussion goes south, I'm the worst person in going south discussions.
Sure, yeah.
Mr. Hawazin.
Yeah.
Yes, put
So,
my headphones.
Hawazin, let's just state some things before we start. Adam Seeker said that he had a bad discussions with you and like the other guys. So let's just try to keep it civil, like respectful, and let's not interrupt each other.
I don't recall really speaking to Adam Seeker that much.
Perfect.
I remember when there was also this VC. What was his name? It was a Pakistani guy. He was like,
Exactly.
he said that Adam Seeker started the
Exactly.
prophet, and but me personally, I barely even spoke with you. I barely even said any word to you.
Perfect. So you know what happened in the past. Perfect. Let's keep it civil. Yesterday we had a very nice conversation. If the conversation is nice, we are going to have a nice conversation. We end it in a nice way. We'll say bye bye to each other and we'll go our own ways. If it goes south, you know, I go south as well. Is that good, friend?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Sure. I mean, honestly, what is this like? Is this a serious debate or is it discussion? Because I just came out from outside, so I'm not really in the mood.
Not really. Yesterday we were talking about certain things, and we were talking about the Allah sending astray. And then we ended the discussion, and Faris added you that you can explain that better.
Yeah, so I read the tafsir and like even Ibn Kathir, he says that whoever Allah misleads, he will never be guided back. So
Perfect.
like we can know, yeah. So like we can know that Allah can misguide people. It is
Perfect.
true,
Then that's
but
the end of
it isn't.
discussion. Perfect.
Let me begin.
I loved
So
your
like
I loved your answer, by the way, friend. My friend, I loved your answer, and I like you
yeah,
because you are honest. Perfect. Thank you, brother.
yeah, but like this is the truth. Like the verse here doesn't imply that Allah will mislead people who are already good intentionally. It's just to display that his power and his prestige and what he's capable of. Because like we know that God is omnipotent.
That is true. Now look at it from this point. If a person is already misguided, what's the purpose of misguiding from Allah for that person? You see what you are saying already contradicts your own point. You said Allah does not misguide the good people. But if a person is already misguided, what's the point of Allah sending misguidance to him again? He's already misguided. Basically, if the person is misguided, Allah should guide him to the right path. You are actually saying the opposite of what Allah should do. The person is already misguided. You see what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
does it? Yeah, I get your point, but like, does it say that he will misguide already like misguided people? Is there a verse that says that?
That's what you have to show me. That he only, you told me that Allah misguides the people who are already misguided. You said that, not me, brother.
No, I meant that he has the power to do that. He
That's not
wouldn't
what
do
the
it.
verse said. You already read it,
Alright, I'm
my
back,
friend.
guys. What's up? Yeah, so what
Yes,
are we talking about?
verses. It's many verses, but like especially 7:178.
Okay, one sec. Wait, do you guys like quote the verse somewhere? Oh, okay, this is a group chat. It was like a server or something. Where? Which one? If you can just say, because I think I memorized it. What's the verse in Arabic?
Just you
Uh,
open
من يهدي
Quran.com at your
الله
side. Sorry, please,
yeah,
Faris, you
من
can
يهدي
continue.
الله yeah. من يهدي الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون.
okay. Yeah, I think as far as the exegesis of this verse goes, I'm not sure what the tafsir specifically say, but I remember with my teacher once, something along the topic came that sometimes if someone becomes a sinner, an intentional sinner, and is just flat out just disobeying God, and is deep in his sin, God deepens him furthermore in his sin, right? Because at that point that person has just disobeyed Allah so much, and so his punishment is just to be deepened in his misguidance even more, and that is as far as what the verse means, as far as I remember. So,
Okay, that's
and
something that your
I don't find an issue with that.
yeah, that's something that your teacher told you, but that's not what the verse is saying. And before you came in, Faris already read Ibn Kathir, which says that Allah misleads, and whoever Allah misleads can never come back. Point number one. Point number two, if like I take your teacher's point as well, it says the people who are already sinner and deep into their sins, they are already misled. If Allah is again
Okay.
misleading them again more, then there is no point of Allah misleading them because they are already misled. Now, no matter how you pick up this verse, or there are multiple other, I can go to other verses as well, but no matter how you
Mm-hmm.
pick up the verses where Allah is misleading, is problem because Allah already said in Quran, the one whom he misleads can never get guidance. So now, if Allah is misleading as well, and the person is already misled by the Satan, because we know Quran says Satan misleads, right? He became arrogant, he came to the world, now his purpose is to mislead. Yesterday we talked about satanic verses as well, not satanic verses, my bad, the verses where Satan is talking to Allah and saying, okay, now I'll go and I'll mislead people. Now the person who is already in sin is supposedly already misled by the Satan. Now Allah is misleading him as well. He has no point to go anywhere else. At the end, at the day of judgment, how can Allah judge him and say, you are misled? Because Allah himself misguided him. He never gave him the hadayah anymore.
Okay. So, I haven't checked Ibn Kathir, but I'm looking at Tabari in front of me, and I know Firas knows Arabic like me, so I'll just read it out to you guys. So, obviously, Tabari, as you know, is even a more authoritative Sunni tafsir, and unfortunately, it's not translated yet into English because of how large it is. But anyhow, I'll just read. So it says, قوله تعالى ومن يضلل الله أي يخذله فما له من ولي من بعده هذا فيمنع يا to the end. So he says word by word. He says his saying, talking about Allah, his saying, whoever Allah guides. He says this means يخذله, meaning that Allah betrays him. Right? So
Okay.
this is I can even post a screenshot. I put it in the chat. This is what At-Tabari says. Let me just do that real quick.
So Allah betrayed him. Next.
What?
So Allah betrayed him. Next. Please read forward.
What do you mean by next?
Means read forward or it's ended. Like that's what I'm saying. Are you going to read more or it ended here?
Oh, I thought you had the problem with the specific God Allah misguides part. I thought, okay, well I can read
That's
there.
what I'm
There's
that's what I'm
woman you.
saying, brother. Can you like finish what you are trying to Tell me, basically. That's what I'm
Sure,
saying.
sure. So there is verses, whoever Allah guides, then there is no friend of him or there's no ally to him. And you'll see the oppressors, uh, when they see the torment, they say, I don't know how to translate that part. Maybe just look at the translation. So yeah, because I thought you were. What can you list this mean like in a form of a syllogism? What are your contentions with this verse specifically? Because I thought it was only with the deceiving part or the وَمَنْ يُضْلِلْ,
Farsi
that part.
was already very clear that yes, Allah misguides, and he was honest because that's what Quran is saying. That's what Ibn Kathir is saying as well, that Allah misguides, and whoever Allah misguides, nobody can give him the guidance. We already established that fact. Do you disagree with that fact?
So I'll check Ibn Kathir right now. Actually, the one that I just read, I did pay attention. That was actually Qurtubi. So let me just see. Yep, actually, so Tabari actually is the same thing. Let me check Ibn Kathir real quick.
The Tabari says the same thing because they are
So
all going
Tabari
to say
and
the same
Qurtubi
thing.
both understand the word yudlil, because yeah, obviously Arabic words sometimes they have the different meanings. Yeah, the both Al-Qurtubi and Al-Tabari understand the word yudlil as being God betrays, right? Or
Misguides,
God,
misleads,
khizlan, right?
misguide. Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
Firas, I think you know what khizlan means, like yakhdul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it comes betrayal. It means something along those lines. Ibn Kathir. Honestly, I don't see Ibn Kathir commenting on that part at all. Can you show me for us where Ibn Kathir specifically talks about this?
It's in
Because Ibn
QuranX.com, Ibn
Kathir,
Kathir.
because yeah, I'm actually looking at the Arabic text message. I have this website, the Quran KSU.edu. I think you
Go
know
to
that one.
altafsir.com.
Yeah, no worries. I have all the tafsir. Don't worry. I'm just asking Firas to show me the part where, because Ibn Kathir, as far as I see, he doesn't even touch much on that part. He mostly exegetes the other parts of the verse, not this one.
But I'll send a screenshot of the tafsir.
Sure.
It's the same. It's the same exegesis.
Yeah, it's the same thing I read, by the way. Ibn Kathir is quoting another verse. He's not explaining the verse itself.
So no, he actually added certain other things from other verses.
So let's
That
read it. I'll read it right now
whoever
to you guys.
Allah
So here
misguides, he whom
mhm.
Allah guides will never be misguided, and he whom he misguides will never have one who will guide him. So he added this part, which is not part of the Quranic verse. So
You
anyhow,
do realize that even do you realize that even that part that you just read, he's actually quoting another verse. And that's my
exactly.
whole point, is that he's
Thank you.
not explaining a verse itself. So let me just read you. So he says, all praise due to Allah, whom we praise and seek help, guidance, and forgiveness. We seek refuge with Allah from the evils within ourselves and from the burden of our evil deeds. He whom Allah guides of our evil deeds. Wait, no. He whom Allah guides will never be misled, and whom he misguides, he will never have one who will guide him.
Thank you.
Right. So that specific part, by the way, I think that the one whoever Allah guides, he will never be misled, and the one who Allah does guide, he will not have. No one will misguide him. That part is literally quoting another verse.
Exactly.
But it's
So
fine, right?
literally
It's
quoting
fine.
other verse. So basically, he's quoting two verses, and they both
Uh-huh.
agree. Verses agree that Allah misguides, and the one Allah misguides can never get guidance. Now the question remains the same: if Satan has misguided the person, and then Allah has misguided the person, that person will never be able to go to Allah and say, Allah, you are an adil, now throw me into hell. He'll say, you are the one who misguided me. Nobody could have guided me again because you are the one who misguided me. How can Allah do any justice to this guy whom Allah has misguided himself?
Sure, but by the way, I don't even have the even if you want to claim that Ibn Kathir understands it that way, even though I don't really see him explaining further, he's being a little bit vague about it. But even I don't have anything with interpretation. I do think, as an Ash'ari specifically, I do think that God, he misguides in the same sense that I told you, right? This is what we Ash'aris believe. But I told you that even two more authoritative commentaries, right, especially Tabari, they understand that part as being that God betrays. Now, obviously, that would mean that, for instance, if someone makes a covenant with God, right, and then that person just breaks that covenant, Allah will just leave him. He will just leave him on his own. He'll just leave him on his own, right? So, and that understanding is
My
perfectly
friend,
fine as
I
well.
know that you know Arabic very well. In Quran, Allah did not say he leave him on his own. And the tafsir that you say, it does not say that. Even the way that you translated it into betrayal, even still, it does not say that. Quran does not say that. So do not. Allah is saying he misguides, he sends astray. So that is something that your interpretation is, not something Quran's interpretation. And plus, I have already mentioned that person, if I take your narrative that the person was already misled, so that was already misled by Satan. But if a person is misled by Satan, maybe, because not maybe, let's just use the term that Allah, being God, can guide him because Allah is most powerful. Now, Satan is misled, Allah is misled, and then Allah says in the Quran, if I have misled somebody, nobody else can give him the hadayah. At the end of the day, how can that there could be any justice for this guy in the hereafter?
No, I mean, by the way, first of all, when you say this is my interpretation, I already told you that's wrong. Well, when I quoted verbatim, and actually, I'll even post a screenshot right now. Forgot to do that. When I here, Firas, just in case for honesty and all that stuff, you can even look at it yourself and tell me
Wamin
when you understand
yudlil.
something.
Wamin
But
yudlil. That's what you sent. Wamin
yeah, no, no,
yudlil. And he misleads, he sends astray.
yeah. By the way, this is from Tafsir Tabari. But continue reading. So
Exactly.
he says, قوله تعالى, right? So he's saying that his saying, exalted be He, ومن يضلل, he's quoting the verse, ومن يضلل الله فما له من ولي من بعده وترى الظالمين لما رأوا العذاب يرى. He says, قوله تعالى ومن يضلل أي يخذله. Right now, Firas, go ahead and tell me. I'll leave it, or just for the case of just argumentation
Does
here. Firas, can you tell me what you understand from the screenshot?
I understand that Allah will leave whoever does not abide by His law or rules.
Okay.
Okay.
So
See.
so you are telling me yudkhillahu. Yadkhilahu. So you are trying to interpret it the way this guy actually wants you to see. But Allah, now let me just say, is Allah all knower?
Allah knowing, of course. Yeah. Where are you going with this?
Okay. So basically, Allah could have used the same word rather than using yuzlil. So you are telling me,
Okay.
unfortunately, being a Muslim, knowing that
Mm-hmm.
Quran is the speech of Allah, you are telling me Allah used the wrong word because some scholars said that. Correct. That's what you're saying.
No, it's not the wrong word. It's because the word in of itself, and I think I can do right now. I can even show you from one of the lexicons that even the word yudlal.
So yudlil, according to you, is just leaving. You know that, right? That's what you are saying.
I'm saying linguistically, and even according to Tabari, as the screenshot that I showed, right? This means that يخذل, to betray, right? And obviously that
Right.
would mean that God kind of leaves one on his own, right? Like for example, betrayal is kind of like this, right? You, for
Send
example, me and
me
agree,
send me the
and
link
after
of
some
that
time,
website. Please send me the link of the website.
okay, sure.
Let me check that out.
But I posted a
Secondly,
screenshot by the way in
yeah,
the
yeah,
in
I
the
let
thing
me
if
let
you
me
want.
do that as well. Let me see up and down what else is
Okay,
written there.
sure.
And
Let's
secondly,
do
we
it.
also acknowledge, and this guy also acknowledge that it means it is saying yudlil, but then he is adding to it that it just means this.
Okay, the point is, I don't
No, not the
understand.
point is I already gave my point. I already told
This
you.
is, but
That's fine. It's fine. But
this
I'm
is the
saying,
correct. Do you know why
I'm
this
saying,
is the correct
I'm gonna
interpretation?
stick to my orthodoxy, right? I you sent you the link by the way. You can even I don't know if you know Eric, but you can on the, there's a tab above that you can switch from different tafsirs. Kathir, Tabari, Al-Baghawi, um,
But do you know why?
Qurtubi, etc. So
Yeah,
and I haven't checked the others. I can check them right now. But both the Qurtubi and the Tabari, and remember, Al-Tabari is the most authoritative tafsir of the Sunnis, even more than Ibn Kathir in itself. Right? It's the oldest, it's the largest, it's the most comprehensive. And Al-Tabari, rahimahullah, he mentions that this means that Allah betrays one. The word idlal there means betrayal. And I put the link and I put the screenshot for you to check out. So
Also,
I'm gonna take my orthodoxy, and
Okay,
you can go ahead
then
with
use
whatever
the
you want to say.
orthodoxy of 488.
Adam,
Use the
Adam,
orthodoxy
but
of 488 then, because that's what Ibn Kathir quoted. So can you use your
okay,
orthodoxy of
if
488?
Wait, what? I don't understand.
Adam, in the verse 1539, it says that it's Satan who misguides people. It's not Allah who misguides people. Allah rather betrays them. That's why, like, I think Al-Tabari's view is the correct one, because 1531 explicitly says that it's Satan who
I
misguides
know that.
people.
I showed you last time, and I showed you last time as well that the next verse actually says that if Satan misguides, Allah can guide. But if Allah guides, then Allah misguides, then nobody can do anything. Now, can you go to 488?
It's kind of like, understand it
Okay.
this way. It's kind of like how, if two people walking on a way and someone is holding the other's hand, right? And now if he wants to kind of leave him on his own, betray him, do khuzlan to him, he'll just, let go of his hand and lead him. He'll leave him on his own in a desert where he doesn't know what to do, right?
That's
This is
not
kind
what
of
Allah
this goes.
used, my friend. That's not the word Allah used.
That is what he,
Allah
because what is
knows the
happening right now,
Arabic.
it is.
Allah
By
knows
the
the
way,
Arabic, right, brother?
mm,
That's what I'm
of
saying.
course.
Until you came here, like I said to the other guy as well already, you are trying
Okay.
to do these things, and I know that for a fact. This has happened in the past as well. Now, 488, this is what Ibn Kathir quoted. Can you
Because
read
by the
now?
way, let me just say something real quick before you go. This whole kind of segment of the discussion is now just a battle for interpretation. That's what it is, right?
No, it's not
My
battle for
interpretation. This my.
interpretation. That's not
It is a
interpretation
battle for
because
interpretation.
what Allah is saying, so you are telling me Allah wanted to say something else and somebody else wanted to say something else. That's what you are telling.
No, 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 I'm
That is
saying that
fine.
is what Allah is saying.
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine. Quran is clear. If you are saying Quran is not clear, I'm fine with that. But that's what you are
It is
actually saying.
clear.
Allah said yudlil, but Allah here wanted to say I yakhzalahu. Okay. Okay. Allah wanted to say this, but it was this. But yeah, if that's how you want to run, fair enough. I'm fine. Can you please go to 488? That's what Ibn
Sure. One
Kathir
sec.
quoted.
Let's go with 488. Oh, Hussein is here. Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Wait, where
Four.
are we?
Huh?
It's a
Oh,
group chat.
are we going to debate something?
No, we should have the
No, it's
discussion on whether Allah
Sorry,
misguides.
so
I was mentioning the fact that
all of
when
three
Allah
of you,
says "Woman yudlil," something like that. I don't forgot the verse. Al-Tabari says that yudlil means yakhdul, right? So do you think that is linguistically accurate? That kind of extrapolation from the word yudlil, right? Because I know you know a lot about this kind of stuff.
يضلل يخذل. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys can have this kind of a discussion later among your own self.
Sure, I'm
If you
on
want to
484
have
by the
it,
way.
if you
What
want to
about?
have it later, now I can hang up. You guys can have the discussion, and once you are done, then I can come in. Pick
No, it's
one.
fine. Okay, I'm at 484. What about it?
488.
فقاتل في سبيل الله.
488.
Oh,
488.
488. Oh, okay.
That's what Ibn Kathir quoted, right?
فما لكم في المنافقين فئتين والله أركسهم أركسهم بما كسبوا أتريدون أن تهدوا من أضل الله ومن يضلل الله فلن تجد له سبيلا. Yes,
Okay, so
it's the same thing.
Waman
يضلل
ضل الله.
Waman
Allah يضل.
yudlillahu.
Allah يضل ب. Okay, I can reply to this so
Okay, my
easily.
friend,
Here's
hold
the
on,
thing.
hold on.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing,
Friend,
يا
hold
أخي.
on, hold on. Yeah, he hold on.
Why?
let him speak.
Let him speak, and you can teach him later. He is here. I'm having a discussion with him. Please allow him to finish. If you want to come up, then you can come up later and have a discussion later. Somebody added you by
Okay.
He asked me.
saying that you will be mute. Let me talk to one person. Let's one person talk. Let him finish, and once he is done, then you can talk.
He asked
That's
me,
why
bro.
I do not like
That's
discords,
fine. Let
because in
him.
discords
So
like 10 different
I'm
people start
scrolling.
talking.
One second.
Yeah,
Scroll.
there is no point. Just have a discussion with Ibn Hawazin, and then he can come up later.
Bro, he took him out. Okay, let me.
Ibn Hawazin, if you want to go and have a discussion, prepare an argument, yes, we can end this discussion
By
now.
the way, ironically enough, Al-Tabari says the same thing on the same exact verse, the same exact word. It
Exactly.
says,
So
"Fadalahu Allahu an."
I have already checked that. So that's what I'm saying. So you are telling me
Uh-huh.
that At-Tabari is saying, exactly saying, Allah unfortunately did not know, sorry to say, Allah wanted to use this word, but he used this. See, that's the biggest problem. You are actually using a scholar, a human, and if I will bring something else from that human, you will say, no, it's daif. Whereas because now it is using your motive, your verdict, so you are going to use that by saying Quran, doesn't matter what it says in Quran, I'm going to use at-Tabari. See, that's the biggest problem that I get to face with the Muslims Dawa members, not with human
But
Muslims,
do you
but
realize?
Dawa people.
Do you realize that this is also available? Like we can look, we can use this logic with some verses from your Bible.
My friend, if you want to use the
Yeah, because
Bible,
Christians will appeal to church fathers and
see
say
now you are telling
Saint X
me,
and
you
Yeah,
are
Y.
telling
exactly.
me,
That's what I'm.
yeah, now you are telling me the pot, that your pot that is black right now, you're saying the kettle is black. Fix your stuff first and then go to another. That's why I do not mix two topics. When you
All
will
right, so let
come
me
and
say
talk
something real
about
quick.
Bible, we will not talk about
Mhm.
anything else. We'll stick there. So now let's fix this point first.
Sure,
Either
sure.
say,
So let me just mention a point real quick. So here, and I have with me, I've looked at a lexicon. So let's first of all look at the etymology and the breaking down of the word dalal, right? Now, dalal actually linguistically, even in the modern usage, is mostly used in two senses, right? One is obviously in terms of misguidance, right? So like me literally deceiving you, right? So that is one, sure, right? But also it is also used in the sense of someone being suddenly becoming lost. For example, someone who went out with a group of people, like with 6 friends, right? They went into a forest or into a desert, right? One of those people, let's say his name is Alex, right? He loses the way, and now he's alone, right? And linguistically, we say, here's how we say it: Alex ضل الطريق. Alex lost the way, right? So the word dalal, even looking at it naturally, that is just so not even quoting a source right now, right? Even the word dalal, even in the modern usage, right, is used in two different senses. Sure, obviously, one of them is used in the sense of deception. Literally, for example, me kind of putting out a scheme for you, and then you falling into the trap, etc. It could be in that sense, but also it could be used in the sense of lost, right? And this explains why what I told you, how why a lot of the exegetes use the word khidlan, as in that Allah, when someone Firas put it in a nice way, that when you're in a walk with Allah, right, and you just don't you disobey Allah, right, Allah leaves you on your own. You become lost. You become almost like alone now in the desert. There is no light. There is nothing for you. Okay, so that is a quick kind of just want to waffle for a long time. So that is kind of a basic breakdown of the word. So go ahead.
perfect.
So
Like I
it's not a
said
matter that
before,
Allah didn't
like I
know. It's
said
a matter
before,
that we are looking at what the word is
like
supposed to mean.
like I said before, you are using another thing and saying Allah wanted to say this, but Allah did not say
Yeah.
that because in Arabic there is a word for that. Full stop. So that's what I'm saying. If Allah wanted to be clear and Quran is clear and Allah did not use this word at one location, he used this word in multiple location. Even the Satan misguides or leads astray. So Satan leaves a person. Are you going to say that as well now? See, that's the thing. So you are not being
Yeah.
consistent
No, no,
over
no, no.
here. You are not being consistent over here. Allah used the word in multiple verses, not just one. I can give you many more, like at least five. I think I can give you five more. And then Allah also says that He created certain people for hell, not just people. Sorry, my bad. Let me fix my error.
No, but he didn't
Man
use the
and
word
jinn
ضل.
kind, man and jinn kind, insan and jinn
Mm-hmm.
for hell. Like He preordained. So because Allah said, my word is supposed to come true, that I am going to fill jinn and mankind in hell. You know that as well. Do you want me to give you the verse
What verse?
that that I just spoke of, man? Like seriously,
Oh, the Allah filling hell with mankind and jinn.
that His
Yeah,
word
mankind and
is
jinn.
supposed to come true. That His
Uh huh.
word is going to come true. That He will definitely going to fill hell with jinn and mankind together?
Of course, you guys agree with that as well. There's going to be that's unfortunate. There's going to be a ton of people, right? A mass
That's
amount of people in hell, and in fact, most the majority of creation, especially humans, most are even going to end up in hell, and only the minority are going to end up in heaven. So obviously,
oh
it's going to
my
be
Also,
filled.
goodness.
like Adam, I just
Okay,
want to
it
point out
says,
something,
the verse
please.
clearly says first that
Uh-huh.
Allah misguides or sends astray, and then he will fill hell with jinn and mankind together. So it's not just people having an argument of being astray. So now Allah first misguides and then he wants to fill the hell. That's where I have a problem. You see
Okay,
my
wait,
problem?
Adam. I just want to
All
say
right, go
something
ahead.
before you go further.
Yes, brother.
You said that why don't we also say that Satan will abandon, and like why don't we use the same interpretation for what Satan said, right? Well, Allah uses a different word in the Quran for this. In the previous verses, the word was yudallil. Here, it's used وَلَأَغْوِيَنَّهُمْ.
Aghwiyannahum, right? So the same word
Yeah, which is a different
yughwiyakum,
word.
yes, the same word yughwiyakum is used in 1134 for Allah as well.
Wait, let me see.
1134, the same word. So, my friend, uh, Allah has used yughwiyakum for himself as well, and plus Allah has used yudlil for himself as well. So both words are being used for Allah. 1134, Allah sends astray
So let's
with
just
the
take it
word
piece by piece. So,
yughwiyakum. Hold on, Ibn Hawazin now, because he added something, so I'm answering him. Just give him some time. So
brother, it's Ibn Hawazin.
1134. So here Allah yughwiyakum. Right, brother? So same word is used for Allah as well in Quran, which is used for Satan.
Okay.
Parsi, did I give you your answer, brother? So that I could go back to Ibn Hawazin?
Yeah, go back.
Okay, thank you. So now, sorry Hawazin, because he asked me some question, I had to answer him and then I can get back to you. Because that's why I want to talk to one person at one time, because I don't want to bring up
Okay.
like more snippets from left, right.
Okay.
Okay,
That's fine.
now, where were we? Now I lost my chain of thought.
So we were at the verse. We were talking about
1693.
the word "balad."
Yeah, 1693.
One sec.
I have already
Yeah.
posted
So
that.
go ahead.
I have already posted that. So,
What?
I've already posted that, brother.
Okay, posting another verse. Did we even finish talking about the verse we were talking about right now?
Yeah, they are all the same. That's what I'm saying. Like there are like tons of verses that I can send you where Allah is sending astray, either with the word yughwiyakum, either with
No,
the word
wait.
yudlil.
But it says in kana Allah yurid an yaghwiyakum, which means if he wanted to. It doesn't say he will.
Exactly. That's what we established already. That's what we established already. He sends astray whom
If
he
is a
will,
conditional statement, though.
whom he wills,
It's
and
a
he guides
conditional.
whom he wills. Right? So it's his
But
will, whoever.
yeah, but your previous argument was that Allah leads some people astray.
My
But
friend,
this is conditional. It's hypothetical. It's not real.
my
It's
friend.
not. Yes.
We established that yesterday. Whom he wills, he will. Whom he does not will, he will guide. That's what we established already. I'm not saying Allah sends astray everyone. I never said that. Right? Whom he
Yeah, I
wills.
know.
Okay. You already told me Allah sends astray only the bad people. And I said, okay, even if I take your argument of the bad people going astray by Allah, then again the problem is they are already astray. If Allah will put more astray on them, okay, what is going to happen? Allah will not be Adil. Right? That's the problem that is going to happen.
Right. So, but my point is though is that okay. So let me just establish something about the dalal verses, right? So again, when we clearly see that there is
Can you,
the
I'm gonna,
traditional
guys, hold on. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna take this call. Hold on.
Okay. Satan
Yes.
said he will. Allah said if he wanted to, but
Yes,
he wouldn't.
my friend. Yesterday we already established that.
That was it.
Allah will send
Yeah, but
astray
that
whom
was
He
Satan.
wills. So which person will Allah send astray? Whom He wills. And then that person going into hell How can he be sent to hell if Allah is Adil? Because he is the one
So
who led him astray. Because if
the
Satan is
word
leading
there
somebody
is Yubna.
astray, yeah, let me finish my sentence. Because if
Okay,
Satan
okay,
is
sorry,
leading
sorry.
somebody astray, then Allah can guide him. But the Quranic verse is saying that Allah led the person whom Allah led astray can never get guidance. Now, that person is standing in front of Allah in the day of judgment. Satan has led him astray, then Allah led him more astray. Full stop. Satan is bye bye. Allah is the bigger person who sent him astray. Now he's going to be in hell. Full stop. What can you do about it? Farsi.
All right, man.
You
Anyway, you guys deal with these. I'm out of here. I'm
Sam,
gonna
hold
do
on,
other
brother.
stuff.
I need you here for Farsi, not for Ibn Hawazin. I know Ibn
I
Hawazin
don't
is a
know.
liar.
Adam, before we move on, hold
Yes,
on.
brother.
Be patient. We're not going to get anywhere if people are going to give speeches and sermons about lexical meaning of words,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to proving what the meaning means contextually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in sermons. This is what they do. They will make long speeches to avoid answering questions directly because they're scared. Because it doesn't matter what a word can mean, it's what the word means in the context.
Correct.
Okay, so when these guys give you speeches of the Arabic can mean this and the Arabic, I don't care what it can mean. Show me what it means in the ayat that we're quoting. In the ayat, that's how you do exegesis. So
Yes,
if these
and
kids can't do that, you're wasting my time, man. I'm gonna go get ready for a live stream.
yes, I know you have a live stream as well. But that's what I'm saying. Ibn Hawazin, I know him.
Yeah.
He's the same kind of a guy. He lies and he does these kind of
Okay.
flipping.
Okay, well, Adam, here. I wrote an article on this. Here it is. All the ahadith, all the ayat proving Allah predestines people to destroy in hell. It's not your free will, is right there destroying their lie. And if they're Sunni, they know they're lying through their mouth. It's right there. Just go through the ayat, go read it, and you'll see. It's all there. It's all there.
Perfect.
Okay,
So,
Sam, can I say something?
no, you didn't. You can't say anything if you weren't listening, if you left. Who is this?
No, no,
I'm
this
listening.
is Farsi. This is
Oh,
Farsi,
okay.
not
Okay,
Ibn
sorry, go
Hawazin.
ahead. I apologize. I thought it was the other guy. Go ahead.
Okay. So like, if you see, I sent the picture of the translation of the word
Yeah, so get
Allah.
lost, right?
Yeah, it's lose one's way or go
No, go to
amiss.
the first one. Go to the first one. Get lost.
Yeah, get lost.
So
It
who
would
made them
mean
get
get
lost?
lost.
You're
Yeah.
not
Okay. So
listening to me. Who made them get lost? I just read you the ayat.
I know it says Allah yudlil, but here it means that He will abandon them
No, it
if
does not
they
mean that. No, it does not mean that.
the
Don't play games
uh,
with the Arabic. It means
the
he's the one who causes people to stray. That's how the
all
context
of.
is defined. And even here we go.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
talking
Sam.
over me
Sam.
or are you going to listen?
Okay. Sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
Go on.
Don't play games with me that he abandons them. No, he leads them astray. He's the one who causes them to get lost. This is why I said, read the ayah that I gave you. Let's read it again, which you guys are afraid to read your Quran. Here it is again.
Mm.
76, 29 to 31. This is just one of many. It's all there listed. Verily, this is an admonition. So whosoever wills, let him take a path to his Lord. So if you desire, take a path to your Lord. But you cannot will unless Allah wills. Now explain that away for me by playing with the Arabic. Can you will?
Which
Can
verses?
you?
Which
Okay.
verses?
Oh my goodness. All right. Go ahead, Adam. You can deal with the guy. The verses are there, man. I'll see you.
Where are the verses?
Bruh.
76, 29 to 31. It's right.
Although who
Okay.
disconnected me and kicked me from the group?
It's Nate.
So
What did I do?
76, 29 to 31. That's there. Okay. So
29.
it's there.
Okay. Okay, I had the verse and like I still didn't get your point. It
Okay.
says He admits whoever He wills into His mercy. As for the wrongdoers, He has prepared for them a
Agreement.
painful.
Yes. So he only enters into his mercy whom he wills. Full stop. So the ones that he does not will, he sends astray. That's what I have told you. That's what the Quranic verses are saying. That's what everything is saying. And then what happens is that you come yesterday, you were absolutely right. You said I have recording of you yesterday, and I have recording of this as well. That here you agreed Yudlil means sending astray. You know that. You agreed to that. Today you are going with one of your friend and trying to say no, it does not means that. Whereas
Because I don't
Allah,
read Tafsir al-Tabari.
yeah,
It was what I
exactly,
registered was
exactly.
Tafsir
Yeah,
al-Tabari.
yesterday you agreed to me that you will not go to all of the tafsir of one guy because one guy is not human. Allah is not human. He's a human, but Allah is not human. So Allah has sent Yudlil. You want to insert some other Arabic word in there, say, nah, it doesn't means that. And yes, Yudlil means astray. Yughwiyakum means astray. Yughwi is astray. Allah wants to send astray to whomever He wills, and that's the reality. And then Allah wants to put everyone in hell. Then I now gave you the hadith. Sahih al-Bukhari, not an ABC hadith. Not that you can say this is Darus Salam. Not that you can say this is Darus Salam or something else who called it Sahih. Sahih al-Bukhari. Allah
Uh,
already put person into error in the mother's womb.
Wait, what's the hadith
What are we
number?
discussing now?
Same thing.
Uh,
Not two different things. Sahih al-Bukhari, where Allah is clearly
Yeah, but
saying,
you're jumping from source to source. I'm saying let's focus on the verses.
because
Then we
I
can move
am
on to the hadith.
connecting everything which you are not. I am connecting everything. You are trying
What do you
to
mean by
run in
connecting everything?
Arabic word, whereas I am connecting everything from your own prophet. So give respect to your prophet. Sahih
Sallallahu alaihi
al-Bukhari
wasallam. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm saying
6595
let's focus on one thing at a time.
6595 states that when the person is in the mother's womb, he is destined to either hell or heaven, and that's why Allah sends astray, because he has predestined him to go to hell.
Okay, what's the issue?
Go read
This
it.
is this would be like a aqidah matter,
Well,
like depending on the school
sorry
of
to
thought that you're
interrupt. You have a wrong understanding of what predestined means.
Can you please read
When we say
6595?
predestined,
I
sorry,
think I
what
know
did
the
you say
hadith. By the
again?
way.
Can you guys please read the Sahih Bukhari 6595?
We know what does it say.
What does it say, brother?
Okay, let me call it and say it to you. It
I
says
have copy pasted that
that it's
already.
predestined.
I've copy pasted that in the text already so that you could read as well if you want to.
I was
Now let
saying
me just
something
explain
in
what
the chat.
we mean by predestined.
I'm not saying predestined. I'm saying that it says in the Sahih al-Bukhari that when the person is in the mother's womb, everything is written, whether he will be a evil doer or a good doer, and everything is written.
Exactly.
Right? Is it
Exactly.
written?
Okay, we agree to that. We agree to that. First,
Okay, you agree to that. So
can we establish that God is all knowing and He know everything from eternity?
that is established already. You don't have to
Do,
establish
do
that.
you, okay, so
Okay.
if he know everything and He wrote it, does that affect the one that's been written about in any shape?
Your current argument is already destroyed by Sahih al-Muslim 2662. I have posted that already. When Muhammad said
And
that
where did you post it?
when Muhammad said that please do the funeral prayer of of a baby, because Aisha, you do not know, he might be destined for hell, and now we have to do the funeral prayer. A
That was
baby,
abrogated.
a baby is a
That
baby.
was abrogated.
Yeah, that was, everything is abrogated, brother. So the whole situation is
That's
Yudil
before
Yudil
you
comes
know. Before you,
Yudil
can I
becomes
speak?
going Yudil becomes going
Andalus.
Can I
betray.
speak?
Guys, one at a time. One at
Can
a
I
time.
speak?
Just so we can. Yeah.
Yes,
Ibn
Andalus, wait,
Hawazin.
let him speak.
Ibn
He
Hawazin,
said
now
that
let him
before
talk.
he knows. Can I speak?
Andalus, wait,
Let him
Andalus,
Yeah,
speak.
let
because
him speak.
everyone else is speaking, so let him talk. Ibn Hawazin, let him talk.
I didn't even speak, dude. What are you
101,
talking about?
101.
So let him talk.
Okay, go ahead. I
Go
didn't
ahead,
speak.
friend, whoever you are. I don't know. What's your name, by the way? Tell me your name. Any name that you use.
Andalusi.
Andrusin. Okay, Andrus. Go on.
So
And Andalusi, not Andrews.
this narration is talking about when he wasn't aware of the destination of the children yet. After that, he know about what's gonna happen to them. So, and I can cite you the hadith if you want.
Okay, so now once again you are telling me this is something. So in Sahih Muslim it is saying that you have to do this, but now this hadith is abrogated by who?
By another hadith.
Quoted by who?
Abrogated in a sense. I said abrogated in a sense that in this moment he was not aware of what's gonna happen to children.
My friend,
But
quoted by
when God revealed to him what's gonna happen to them, he was aware what's gonna happen.
okay, you
So
did
in
not.
that sense, it's abrogated.
My question went somewhere else and your answer went somewhere else. I said if this hadith is abrogated, it is abrogated by who and who wrote it and where is that hadith?
What do you mean abrogated by who? When I say abrogated, I mean that there is another narration that corrected, that give a context or give another information that indicate a new meaning.
So this hadith is
It
not
doesn't-
abrogated.
I told you it's abrogated in a sense that he was not aware of such of the destination of the children.
Okay, now
After that, he received revelation, and he knows what is the destination of children.
even today funeral prayer of children happens based on this hadith. There is a specific dua and you know that very well, and I have personally attended funeral prayers of children, infants. Okay, so this hadith is not abrogated because the children, the funeral prayer happens even now
Is that
in
seriously your
Sunni.
comeback?
So now, so this is how is
What is
he?
the funeral
How
prayer?
is he? How is this hadith abrogated when it is followed till now? So the things which gets abrogated, they are not followed. So if all the Sunni fiqhs are following this hadith, how is this hadith abrogated?
Your argument is based off I saw
Ibn
this once and
Hawazin,
that. Why
please
should we
now you should quiet because I'm talking to somebody else. I don't want people jump in again and again. So when when I was talking to you,
Well,
I was talking to
isn't
you.
this a
Then
discussion?
if this guy is talking, so let me talk to him. So don't jump in.
La
Stop
ilaha
now. It's your time to
Alright.
stop. Let him talk. Please. This is not how it works. It's not like a jungle where everyone starts speaking. Let him talk. When he is done, you can come back again. Because that is why I don't use Discord voice chats. I bring people to my StreamYard so that I could add only one person at one time so that we could have a reasonable discussion. Now, you be quiet, please. Let him answer. Thank you. Okay.
Sure, okay. I mean, I thought I would be giving critique, but go
Please stop. Let him answer.
What is your question again?
See, that's the problem. Now I have to repeat the whole question. See, that's the problem with this thing. Like, you guys actually cannot. Okay,
ahead. Well, get to
whoever.
Let
the
me
point
say
and
that
stop
Who,
whining about it.
without
okay,
giving a lecture.
خلاص خلاص خلاص.
okay. This hadith is not abrogated. Why? Because the funeral prayers of kids are still happening. All the Sunni fiqhs, at least that I know of, maybe some fiqh or some madhab might not do it, but
By
majority that I
funeral
know,
prayer,
they do
you mean
funeral prayer.
janaza, right?
Yes, janaza, exactly.
Yeah, it's happened for the adults as well, not only for children.
Oh, obviously, for the love of God, for adult ones, it has to happen anyways. Now, in this hadith, we are talking about the janaza of the children only, and Aisha said, "Why are we?" And exactly,
And this is only for someone who is a believer,
exactly,
not for.
exactly. So now we are
So
talking
why did you
about
conclude
we are
from?
we are talking about the janaza prayer. Janaza prayer does not happen for non-Muslims, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Here Muhammad is praying the janaza for a Muslim who is a kid, infant.
Yes.
So because Muhammad said that you do not know the destiny of the person is written when he is still in father's loins, like he is still a sperm. Okay,
Okay.
so
So.
now basically if he grows up or if he stays as a child does not matter, we have to pray janaza and ask forgiveness for this kid.
I think I answered that. I said that in this particular moment, he was not aware of the destination of children. After that, Allah revealed to them what's going to happen to children.
So then
I don't know
why
why you keep
do
repeating it.
Sunnis follow that even today?
Yeah, because that's a practice that's irrelevant to this hadith. We have another hadith that told us to pray janazah for people.
So if a children has nothing to do with hell, then there should be no janaza for children, and that is why Shias do not follow that. Shias do not pray janaza for
Oh,
infants, and
hold
they
on. What
put
does
them because they do not
Shia have to do
follow.
with janazah?
Dude, hold on, for the love of God, let me finish. And I gave this explanation already, so I'm repeating it when you were away. Shias do not do that because they do not follow Sahih Muslim or Sahih Bukhari, and they do not follow the Aisha's ahadith.
Exactly.
That is why they do that. Now, Sunnis does, and that's why they do janaza for the children themselves as well. So, Allah has hellbound certain people way before they were born, and then Allah sends them astray, and then Allah wants to fill his hell with man and jinn all together. That's the biggest problem.
Your voice.
That's your fault, not mine. Your internet is bad.
So
And
the
also, I think he's
janazah has
asking
nothing.
why
The
do we
janazah
pray?
has nothing to do. The
Yeah,
janazah
he's
has nothing to do with children or
Exactly.
everything you mentioned.
There you go.
The janazah
he's
is like
asking.
your regular prayer.
Exactly.
It's an act of worship that is done. It's kind of like a ritual that you do it as your last meeting with the dead. It has nothing to do with children or predestination or this kind of stuff.
Okay, now you are making me laugh. But anyhow, fair enough. Whatever you say, I know how difficult this situation is. And yes, that is why Sahih al-Bukhari 6594, which connects to Sahih al-Bukhari
Uh,
6595,
I doubt that.
which 6595 actually states that this is what happens, that the predestination comes up and he would start doing the things of the good people, and then Allah will throw him into heaven, and a person will be doing all bad things all his life, and then what precedes for him in writing, that will come into play, and all of his life he was doing good things, but suddenly when there is one cubic breath is left, he will start doing the bad things and he will be into hell, because that's why Allah said that he will send to heaven whom he wills, and he will lead astray whom he wills. And all of these ahadiths and verses are collectively stating that this is Allah's doing to put people to hell, because Quran states again and again that the word of Allah will come true. He will guide whom he wills, and he will send astray whom he wills, because his word will come true that he will fill hell with jinn and mankind together. This is again Quran.
I don't see how is it a problem, because you said it's a problem for me, but I don't see it as a problem. The issue is that you take one narration or two narrations and you forget the whole thing, and you want to make a theological point out of two hadith or three, which is something like not like honest.
Man, it's one or two. I gave you 8-9 verses. I gave you 3 hadiths. I am giving you 4-5 verses already. Now you are telling me your friends actually told me, not you. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Your friends told me. No, it does not mean that in Arabic. It does means that in Arabic as well. Same is what Satan is doing. Satan is leading astray as well. Then this is the verse that I'm quoting again and again, 32:13. And if Allah willed, He could have given every soul its guidance. But the word from me, means Allah, will come into effect. I will surely fill hell with jinn and the people altogether. Or mankind, basically insan, jinn and insan altogether. So Allah will only guide that He wills. He will only guide whom He wills. No more, no less. He will only guide whom He wills. And the rest, He will lead astray. That's the thing. And it's there in, it's not just one portion of Quran's exegesis. It's there in every Quranic verses. He guides whom He wills. He misleads or misguides or sends astray, whatever word you want to put in, to somebody else. And then He will fill the hell with jinn and mankind together. And that's everywhere.
Okay, like Adam, I sent the meanings of the word.
Hold on, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I need to take the call. Hold on.
If you just, it's a long one, but if you go to the last, it says,
Interpretation of
some
dreams.
Muslim,
Okay.
yes, the children around him are the children who died with the fitra, the Islamic faith. The narration, as some Muslim asked the Prophet, "O Prophet, O Allah Messenger, what about the children of pagan?" The Prophet reply, "And also the children of pagan."
Okay, my friend. See, you know that there are 4 different things regarding that. This is just one of these that you're giving me. I can open Islam Q&A and I will give you all the other references. The children of pagans might be your servant, depending on which madhab you believe in. Might be the servant of you in heaven. They might cease to exist or something like that. So there are 4 different madhab school of thoughts, let's put it this way, and they interpret different things differently, and they all have evidences of stuff like that. Secondly, they have the evidences of the Muslim children. They will go into heaven, which level of heaven, or they will do this or that, or someone will intercede, or etc, etc. There's like a whole thing into that as well. But once again, that is not the point right now.
Like
Guys, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Sorry, my
Hear
internet
you.
my internet somehow got disconnected. I don't know how much you heard, so just tell me where I was.
You didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was saying a lot of stuff and I didn't know that I was disconnected. Okay, so I can give you Islam Q&A for that, where there are multiple references and they will say different school of thoughts and different madahib talks about different things based on different ahadiths of the children and the children of polytheists as well. The children of polytheists might become the beautiful servants in the heaven for the people of the heaven. This is all there, and I know, being a Muslim and you have studied that, you would already know that. Otherwise I will give you the link of that later. Now, based on the verses of Quran with reference to other ahadiths, that is why I do not quote hadith separately. I only quote hadith to reference to the Quranic ayah, so that they hadiths emphasize the Quranic ayah, not stand alone. And that is why I already quoted you multiple times. Allah guides whom He wills, and Allah misguides or lead astray whom He wills, because the word from Him has to come into effect that He's going to fill the hell with jinn and mankind together. Then I
What do you
gave you,
understand from misguide?
okay, misguidance is misguidance. Because Allah said,
What do you
you
understand?
cannot, okay, so let's look at it from Quran. What does Quran says about misguidance? Right? The Quran says, the one whom Allah misguides, nobody can guide. 488. He actually addressed to Muhammad, basically. He said, Muhammad, the one that it's obviously Muhammad is not written there, obviously, but in the interpretation they add in brackets Muhammad, obviously, that I have led them astray, Muhammad. Even you can't do anything with them in terms of guidance because I am leading them astray. That's 488. You guys have already read it.
Is that your interpretation of misguidance?
That's your Quranic interpretation.
Yeah, that's one type of misguidance. There's other type of misguidance.
So Allah does this kind of misguidance. 488. Allah said that, not me. In Quran.
Yes, he does the kind of misguidance, but it's only for specific people.
Okay, does not matter. That's what I have been saying so many. I am a pagan. I'm a bad person, Hindu. You can say that. I'm a Hindu. Okay, I'm a Hindu. Now, Allah is misguiding me. So what is happening? I am remaining Hindu. I'll go to Allah in the day of judgment.
Not
I'll say,
necessarily.
Allah, you misguided me. I remained as a Hindu because of you. I was misguided because of you. How can you put me to hell? Is that the adl of Allah?
No,
Thank you.
that's not how it works. Sorry to.
Give me a
the
Quranic
ones
verse how it
that
works.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you. Just
Please.
let me find it. If you just go to chapter 2
Verse.
from verse. Hold on.
Okay, Adam, can we discuss Isaiah 42 after this? Like after a couple of minutes?
Yeah, after this I'm going to end and then we will reinitiate and we are not going to talk about this topic and we'll go to Isaiah 42 directly. It's been over 2 hours. But yes,
Okay.
the next discussion we will not talk about this. We'll end this over here.
From 6 to 13.
Sorry, to what? Sorry,
The
again?
whole first, the whole first part of the chapter is talking about them.
Come on, man. You're telling me. Come on, give me a verse, my friend. Give me a verse.
No, the one verse is not gonna give you the whole meaning.
Okay, thank you. So that I'm gonna conclude this discussion over here. I had really nice talking with all of you. It's been almost 2 hours, and I have presented my arguments. I have presented my case. I have presented hadiths. I have presented Quranic verses, and you are giving me Surah Al-Baqarah, which half of the Surah Al-Baqarah, which will take me what, 2 hours to finish at least bare minimum.
No, I didn't say half. I just say one page.
Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, what? Alif Lam Mim Zalikal Kitabu La Rayba Fi Hudal lil Muttaqin Allazina Yu'minuna bil Ghaibi wa yuqimuna as-salata wa mimma razaqnahum yunfiqun. Where is the UTOL and explanation of Allah's UTOLing?
Verse, start from verse 6.
6.
Yep.
Okay, verse 6. What does verse 6 says? Indeed, those who disbelieve, it is all the same for them whether you want them or do not want them. They will not believe. Perfect. Fair enough. Allah has sent a seal upon their hearts and the minds, and that's also there in 178 and 179. And the people whom say we believe in Allah the last day, but they do not believe, they are, once again, they are hypocrites. The verses that I've already sent, 488, Allah already say they are hypocrites. I am going to mislead them. So what you are telling me in Surah Baqarah, it's already there in the verse that I gave you.
Yep.
Okay, so you are not giving me anything that I have not given you already. Chapter number 4, verse number 88 already says that. Number 1. Number 2, chapter number 7, verse number 177 and 178 that I have been talking about
Hold on.
already says that.
You're saying that every disbeliever is misled by God. That's not what's happening. Misleadance is only for a specific people that know about the message and keep resisting from believing. This is what the ones or the type of people that get misled by God.
Once
Or
again,
not misled,
even
like
now I
have
want to
misguidance.
Okay, I want to end this discussion.
Our understanding of misguidance is different. Is different from what you think.
Okay,
Misguidance is just giving them a wealth and giving them desires, so that keep them away from guidance.
yeah, Allah
It's not
makes,
causing
yeah,
to be
my
misguided.
friend, Allah, I know what you are saying, because that's what Allah says himself, that he makes bad deeds look good for those people, right? Is that what you are referring to?
Say it again.
Allah makes their bad deeds look good for them,
Kind of.
right? Right? Kind of. Yeah, yes.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, perfect. So Allah glamorized, you are referring 27, chapter number 27, verse number 4. That's what you are referring to, and that's what Satan does as well in 1663. So Allah misguides, Satan misguides. Allah makes their bad things looks good, Satan makes their bad things looks good. Now the problem is still the same, whether they
No,
are
they're different.
5%. Hold on, brother. Whether they are
No, it's
5% of the
different.
total whether they are
Hold on.
5% of the all the bad people,
No, don't.
whether they are 5% of the total
No,
bad
no, no,
people.
no, no, no. You're conflicting two things. You're conflicting two things. When Satan tries to mislead, he whispers and do ighwa, which is not the same as misguidance. Misguidance is just giving them wealth and giving them a life by giving them desires and stuff, but it's not whispering to them and giving them. It's not like that.
Okay, that's what I said. You are referring to
No, you're making
27:4.
it seem. You're making it seem. You're making it seem it's the same. Not the same. Even the word are not used in the same sense.
زينا
It is the same. It is the same, because now you are referring Satan in 1539. Allah is doing the same Yahweh in 1134. So they are actually the same. Okay, you are referring to 1663 of Satan. Now Allah is doing the same
If
thing.
I
He
may
is
ask you,
he is making
what is
he is
your belief?
he is making the disbelievers or whatever, their deeds look good. Now what I am saying is
Are you a
simple.
Christian?
Will you allow
Hold
me to
on. Are you a
finish?
Christian?
Did I allow you to fully finish? Please let me finish, and then
I'm
you
just
can.
asking a question.
Yes, but like let me finish. Farsi knows that
You
since
are a
yesterday.
Christian.
Okay, I can see that now you know that you can't go left, right, and now you are adding stuff right and not even letting me finish. I can see that now.
You're just making
And
an assumption right now.
like I said 5 minutes ago, I think it's about time to end this. It's been long. Farsi, if you want to talk to
I
me,
just
my
asked a
friend, my
simple
brother,
question.
because I was talking about something else and I was giving a summary point and you interrupted me 3 times. Farsi already knows that I'm a Christian, and I said yes 3 times already. And you are keep on interrupting me when I am giving you what
Brother,
you are telling me.
his name is Firas, by
Okay.
the
So
way.
if you're a Christian and
Okay, bye.
you do have
Okay, that's the end of
misguidance in
discussion.
your
Farsi,
Bible, what do you have a problem with?
let me know when you want to talk to me again, because this is, like I said, I'm gonna close this now. I have already tried to give the summary 3 times, but this guy is not letting me do that. That's how they work, and I know that. But anyhow, next time you and I will talk about Isaiah 43 or 42, and you can bring up any more question, but it will be just you and me. Forget these guys. Bye, guys. Thank you.